I'll be honest with you, Jim. I mean, you got an Academy Award in the trophy case. I know that hadn't happened yet by the time that the Clippers arrived, but it never coming from New York City. You never bought into the Lakers in a way that you bought into the Clippers. Is that how?
No, and it was perverse. And I'm telling you, the years that you went through, and there's absolutely no exaggeration. Somebody who you didn't know well, you'd get into a conversation. They'd say you'd talk sports. And they'd say, are you a Lakers fan? And you'd say Clippers. And they'd laugh. And every time, but they'd laugh, and I'd always resent the laugh. And I'd look at them with resentment, and they'd look at me about what the hell am I resenting? And there were years like that.
So what was the lowest of the low, Jim, before we get to the highest of the highs?
I think the early days in the sports arena where there were very few people there, and I'm telling you, I'm haunted by the echo of the sound of the basketball with no crowd there at all. Like you were watching a practice. I think that was those early days were low. The injuries were terrible. So many key injuries. I started to wonder if something was wrong with the floor. I really started to think there was something they should find. And then when we had a good team, we had a bad locker room. And then recently, the last 2 years have been joyous because of what they were building.
No, I know Jim Brooks, the Academy Award-winning director, producer, writer here on the Rich Eisen Show. I know so many Clipper fans loved the team last year because nobody expected it, and they came together, and there was so much to root for. And now, what does it feel like to be part of, here in Los Angeles, a hot ticket with an owner and a front office and a coach that knows exactly what the hell they're doing, Jim?
A great owner, like an amazing front office. That when you think of the trades they made, when you think of how we recovered from Chris Paul leaving, when Blake got traded, when we were trading our best players almost seriously, when Tobias got traded, and what we got for it and how they built it, it's just and everybody loved the team last year. So you could not love them. Doc was, I'm sure, being absolutely sincere, the most fun he's ever had coaching because they're gritty. Teamwork, chemistry, everything.
Right, and now here they are again. It's amazing how hot a ticket that they are. Have you had people call you up and ask to be a plus one that you haven't heard from yet in a long time, Jim?
No. It's going to happen. A lot of the Simpsons staff goes. I sort of share my seats with the Simpsons staff. So the whole work situation is Clippers fans.
Well, I know you got a table read coming up. I mean, for the latest Simpsons episode, do you expect to get people coming up to you and saying for the first time, I want to go to a Clipper game? I assume that?
No, it's been celebratory. That show is deep in Clippers fans.
Isn't that amazing?
And what I'm hoping happens now, because what is that usually when you go to a Clipper home game, a fifth to almost half a crowd is rooting for the other team, and I'm hoping that no longer happens.
So can we get? Are we going to get Kawhi on the Simpsons, Jim? We're going to get Kawhi on? What do you think?
Open invitation. I mean, but we can kill the reticence rumor all at once.
Right, exactly. You put him on The Simpsons and put Kawhi with, I mean, what would be, I mean, let's just spitball it right now. What would be just in your mind the perfect foil for, would it be Homer? Who would it be? Something from Hank Azaria's oeuvre?
I think we could serve him. I think we could serve him well. We've had players on before, and we've had some come by the reeds.
Is that right? So who's the best one that you've had on? The one that you thought this guy or gal has got the best chops that's been on The Simpsons?
I think everybody ends up coming through because of the nature of how we record it.
Right.
It gets pretty loose. I think that's generally true of our guest stars.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.